Right now at 6, thousands of our nation's heroes asking where's the money tonight. They served our country, survived war, and now just want to make sure their families are taken care of. That's part of a promise the military made when they signed up, but the federal government is failing to live up to its end of the bargain for too many veterans.
Our team identified a backlog of 200,000 cases, each one representing a veteran who's waiting for decisions about their monthly disability payments. So this process, it can take months, and really there's no guarantee that they'll actually get paid. One heartbroken veteran telling our Nate Morabito how nearly $500,000 hangs in the balance for him.
You name it, you see it when you go across that water.
The battle,
you don't know who's your enemy, who's your friend.
Ended decades ago.
We did a wartime funeral.
But the war.
I've seen my unit get gassed.
The war is over.
Continues here in America for Leroy Perry.
Come back to the States, it was not the same.
A man whose pleasant disposition is cover for a painful injury.
I have days when I have meltdowns, and they're hard.
4 years of service during the Gulf War has followed the Army veteran ever since.
Now stuff don't go away. It don't go away.
In return, he's spent more than a decade fighting the VA.
I put my life on the line for you.
For disability benefits, for everything from a knee injury to PTSD. Thankfully, a pro bono lawyer came to his defense, helping the father of 5 finally secure about $4,000 a month for him and his family moving forward. But no retroactive pay, so he filed an appeal, the start of yet another fight with the agency that committed to having his back when he enlisted in 1989. His case has barely budged.
If I haven't moved nowhere in 2 years, would I be alive to see if it do go through?
Almost 60,000 other appeals are in front of him. If you think that's bad, imagine how it feels for those at the back of the line. There are another 140,000 cases behind him.
Typical military, hurry up and wait.
Veterans who get sick or injured as a result of their service are eligible for monthly disability payments. But first, the VA has to approve their claim, decide how much they should receive, and when those payments go into effect. That alone, on average, takes 110 days. If a veteran disagrees with any part of that decision, they can file an appeal and ask a veterans law judge in Washington to review the case. When there's a financial hardship, terminal illness, or advanced age, veterans can jump the line and get priority status. But for everyone else, it's first come, first served. The VA reports wait times, on average, stand at 405 days for the quickest appeals lane.
They're not accurate.
But attorney Amy Folkler says in her experience, it's taking much longer than that.
I can't predict when the VA is going to respond to their case.
Folkler represents hundreds of veterans, desperate to secure money they argue rightfully belongs to them. All victims of an overwhelmed federal system.
I think it's a failure on the VA's part to recognize the veteran as a person.
Folkler would know. She once worked at the Board of Veterans' Appeals.
I think politically, Congress has not acted as quickly as they could.
Faced with an even bigger backlog, Congress passed legislation in 2017 to speed up the broken process and give veterans more options. But it took a year and a half to fully implement that new law. In the years since, the VA has greatly reduced the number of older so-called legacy appeals, but more and more new ones keep coming in.
You can see the blue numbers gradually increasing exponentially.
As a result, the backlog started growing again in recent years.
I think the VA could have reacted faster, hired more staff, had them prepared.
There is more work to do.
The Board of Veterans' Appeals conceded shortcomings during a 2021 congressional hearing, but also pleaded for help.
I would like to be able to hold hearings within 6 months and get decisions out the door shortly thereafter. I don't have the resources to do that at this time.
A VA spokesperson tells us the agency now has approval to increase staffing by more than a third, part of an effort to build capacity to meet expected demands. Once again acknowledging there is still much work to do. In response to WCNC Charlotte's questions, the Department of Veterans Affairs said we remain vigilant in filling vacancies, training personnel, and processing decisions as swiftly and diligently as possible.
I think the VA is taking steps, but it's going to be a long time before we see any significant change.
I don't think it's fair.
Veterans like Leroy Perry can't help but ask, haven't they already waited long enough?
That's the stuff veterans shouldn't have to go through.
Their war, it seems, never ends. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.
And WCNC Charlotte wants to be a part of the solution.
So all the while we're questioning lawmakers, we also want to provide some answers, some help. We've arranged for a panel of experts who can potentially answer some of your questions about the VA disability benefit system and perhaps give some resources to help. So we do invite you to join this virtual town hall that we're hosting tomorrow. It's at 8 p.m. This will stream on all of our social platforms. It will be a place where you can get some real-time answers.
And you'll be able to ask questions live during the event, but you can also text your questions beforehand. The number 704-329-3600.